Hello dear students, welcome to Toppscholars, the smart learning app. So today, let's begin with the MHT-CET mock test series in the subject of biology. So let's start. What is the proteinaceous part of the enzyme known as? Now you should know what do we mean by enzyme. Enzymes in common term are biological catalysts. Over here we are asked, what is the proteinaceous part of the enzyme called as? Let us have a look on the options provided to us. Option A is holoenzyme. Then we have option B, which is apoenzyme. Option C is ribozyme. And last option D is prosthetic group. Okay. So over here, the proteinaceous part of enzyme is actually known as apoenzyme. So enzymes can be classified in various parts. The very first one, the simplest one, are simple enzyme. Over here, the enzyme only consists of the protein. Okay, for example, lysozymes. As you all must know that enzymes are proteinaceous in nature. Okay, so if the enzymes are having only protein molecules, then we term it as simple enzymes. Going ahead, we have ribozyme. Okay, so these are the catalytic RNAs. RNA means ribonucleic acid. So, this ribozyme are present in nucleus and they are responsible for the cleavage of introns. Okay, in mammals we have heterogeneous RNA. Okay, that means we have segments which are introns, which is followed by short exons. Then again we have introns. Okay, so these ribozymes are responsible for cleaving this intron parts. Okay, these parts. That's why we will be getting the main expressive part, which is known as exons. These ribozymes are also found in ribosomes in their catalytic code. Okay, ribosomes are involved in protein formation. Going ahead, we also have complex enzymes which are known as holoenzyme. So these holoenzymes consist of different parts. First one is protein part and the second one is the cofactor part. Okay, so protein part is known as apoenzyme. That means it is lacking its cofactor. Okay, now this cofactor can be inorganic or organic. Okay, inorganic meaning it will not have carbon atoms and organic meaning it will have hydrocarbons. Okay, so over here when it is organic then we term it as coenzyme and when it is inorganic we call it as cofactor. Okay. So over here we can see organic is known as coenzyme, for example coenzyme Q. This is essential for mitochondrial ETS or ETC, that is electron transport chain. Okay, or they can be inorganic wherein we are referring it to as cofactor. Okay, and if the groups are tightly attached to the enzyme molecule then they are referred to as prosthetic group. Okay, so over here the correct answer is apoenzyme. This apoenzyme plus cofactor or coenzyme will be forming holoenzyme and we were asked about the proteinaceous part. So that will be apoenzyme. Let's proceed with the next question. Which chemical groups is absent from the molecule melatonin? Now if you will recall, this melatonin is responsible for the sleep-wake cycle, okay, or simply the circadian rhythm. Let us have a look on the options. Option A is methoxy group, option B is acetyl group, option C is indole group or option D is carboxylic acid. We are asked a question about the chemical structure of melatonin. Okay, you should also remember what is the molecular formula or chemical formula for melatonin. Okay, it can be asked. So over here when you will see melatonin is made up of indole ring which is benzene fused to a pyrrole group. Okay, it also consists of methoxy group and acetyl group fused to the amide in the melatonin's structure. What is not present is carboxylic acid. If we will see the IUPAC name of melatonin, it goes like this. Okay, N25-methoxy. So we have methoxy group, 1H indole. So indole is also present and ethyl acetamide. Okay. So amide or acetamide is also present. So what is not present is the carboxylic acid. Also remember the molecular formula for melatonin, which is C13H16N2O2. Okay. Therefore, the correct answer over here becomes option D, that is carboxylic acid. Now, let us proceed with the next question. Serous cavity filariasis is caused by which pathogen from the following? Okay. So, here directly you are being asked the causative agent. Filariasis, you must have heard about the lymphatic filariasis. Okay. Therein, the organ which is infected is generally the legs of the patient. Okay. And the causative agent for that one is Wuchereria bancrofti. Over here, remember you are being asked about serous cavity filariasis. Okay, not lymphatic filariasis. Let us have a look on the options over here. Option A is the Wuchereria bancrofti. So, as we just said, Wuchereria bancrofti is responsible for lymphatic filariasis. Therefore, this one is not the causative agent for the condition we are being asked in this question. Let us go for the next option. Option B is Manzanella perstans. Option C is Manzanella ozardi. Last option D is both B and C. Okay. So, over here in serous cavity filariasis, the location which is targeted is serous cavity of the abdomen. And the causative agent is coming from the genus Manzanella. Okay. So, Manzanella perstans and ozardi are the two organisms which are the causative agent for this condition. These roundworms occupy the serous cavity of the abdomen. Okay. Therefore, the correct answer becomes option D, which is containing B as well as C. Okay. Now, let us proceed with the next question. What is the percentage of water and other constituents in saliva respectively? Okay. So, saliva is basically the fluid which is present, you can also feel in your buccal cavity. Okay. When we think of or when we see delicious food, we have salivation. Okay. So, we are being asked about the constituents of the saliva. Let us have a look on the options. We have option A, which is 90% and 10%. Okay. Water and other constituents we need to tell. Okay. Option B is 92% water and 8% of other constituents. Option C 98 and 2%. Last option D is 80 and 20%. So, the correct answer is 98% water along with 2% of other constituents. Now, what are these other constituents? These are basically the electrolytes. Electrolytes along with the digestive enzymes. Electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, calcium, chloride, bicarbonates are present in saliva. Also, as you might have already known that the digestive process starts in mouth itself. Okay, not only the physical digestion part but also the chemical digestion part. Why so? Because the saliva is containing an enzyme known as salivary amylase. Okay, these start working upon the starch present in our food from mouth itself. Okay, so these are the other constituents which are comprising of 2% of the saliva and 98% of it is water. So, over here it is written that only that chemical digestion that takes place in the mouth is by the action of salivary amylase. Also, we are having lingual lipase. This will be acting upon the lipids. Amylase helps in the conversion of starch into maltose. Maltose is a disaccharide of glucose. Okay. We should also know about the linkage. What is the linkage in maltose? So, the correct answer over here becomes option C, that is 98% of water and 2% of other constituents. This is the composition of saliva. Now, let's proceed with the next question. Which among the following type of stone is not seen in kidney stone diseases? Okay, you might be familiar with the kidney stones that happen in individuals. There are also gallbladder stones. Okay, let us have a look on options first over here. Option A is lysine stones, option B is calcium stones, option C is struvite stones, and the last option D is uric acid stones. Okay, so these calcium, struvite, uric acid, cystine stones, these are very common when we are talking about kidney stone diseases. Let us have a look. See, cystine, uric acid, struvite, calcium, These can form stones, and these type of stones are found in kidney stone diseases. What is not found is lysine, because lysine is an essential amino acid. That means our body is not producing it, we need to acquire it from our diet. And when we are talking about intake that we are having as our diet, then those things will be going through digestive system, right? If you will remember, excretory system is responsible for the excretion of metabolic waste, while whatever we are eating is going out of our body from digestive system, okay, that is through anus. So lysine is in the diet, it is considered safe, and if we are having excessive doses, it may cause gallstones, but it will never cause kidney stones. And we were asked about not seen only. Therefore, the correct answer will be option A, that is lysine stones.